And welcome back to the Quirk Creation Series. This one comes to my own personal list because I have my own personal suggestions as well as everyone else's, and I just rotate through the list over and over again. Uh, I've done Yamamoto, I've done Ichigo. Now we're going basically just through the captains. I'm pretty sure I did just those through two. I've done Aizen too. And so we're on to Squad Two's captain, the master assassin, the leader of the assassination squad, Soifon. Now, Soifon, her quirk, obviously, when it comes to the Shinigami of Bleach, I try to convert their Zanpakuto into a quirk. Her quirk, at first, I'm like, okay, it's a Suzume Bachi is a gauntlet with a large hornet sting looking blade on the middle finger that when you hit something twice, it automatically dies, as long as you hit it in the same spot. Its Bankai is a F-off missile. So, how do we work that out? Well, surprisingly, it wasn't that difficult. So her main quirk would be Suzume Bachi. Her quirk, Suzume Bachi, or Hornet Sting, whatever you want to call it. Two-step kill. She can turn her middle finger into a large pointed stinger. And basically has the same effect as Suzume Bachi. If she tags an opponent, it puts the homunca mark on her, and it releases a poison. The poison isn't initially harmful unless it were to say hit a vital area like the heart, the chest, square in the chest near the heart, or in like the spine. In that case, then you could actually see some effects like paralyzing or effects like suffocation, things along those lines. But again, if she hits the same spot twice, it will cause instant death. The Bankai, however, is I had to think on like how the hell do I go from not Bankai, well yeah, the Bankai, the awakened version of the quirk was one where I had to kind of just stop and consider like, okay, how do I turn a stinger into a missile? But ultimately, what I thought of actually kind of works. Basically, her awakened version of her quirk allows her to increase the size of the stinger. Actually, lets her detach the stinger on her finger, technically. Basically, she can enlarge the stinger all the way up to a giant missile and actually launch it off her finger. Now, that being said, that does come with some risks, including the obvious. It's massive. It's huge. Her body can't lift something like that naturally. Also, when it attacks, it doesn't actually really explode, but at least not in the same conventional sense as a missile does. It would still, like, spread poison all over this place. I think that would be the difference in nature. It's not a piercing weapon in the same sense, and a poisoning weapon in the same sense as her main quirk is. But it's not an explosive actual missile. What it does is if it hits, first off, if it hits, it's an instant kill. A, because you're pretty much gutting whatever hits. But B, the amount of poison you deliver just encapsulates the entire body. But beyond that, it does like release a spray of poison in the area itself. But the other problems with the quirk would be that even though you can, what's the best way to put it? Even though you can launch, you'll still have your finger. The base quirk is morphing your finger then more spec. By activating the awakened version of the quirk, you would be damaging your finger, and it takes some time for your finger to recover. In fact, to kind of go even further, the idea of she can't use the Bankai multiple times a day because it's tiring. You could argue you couldn't use the awakened version of this quirk multiple times a day because it's damaging to your finger, because it's literally just tearing flesh off your finger. There's a point where you could literally just have nothing but a bone of a finger left. But that's just my opinion on how I would turn this into a quirk. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.